Don't let your kids what's it?
Oh, God. I pity anyone who's growing up in this day and age. I pity you. If you grew up after the 90s, meaning you didn't get to see comedians in movies in the 90s, if you didn't get to see comedy in the 80s or the 70s, I fucking pity you. Because the world sucks dick now. And not in the fun way, in your favorite Grindr account.
Ready? Care for a fucking?
So this came out a while ago, August 12th. Please forgive me for being late, but it's all gonna come together. Doom Eternal's morally challenged comment had SJW screaming that it was gross, quotation marks, and anti-immigration. But people brought this shit to my attention. Like, oh my God, Gundam, have you seen this? People are triggered by the Doom trailer. And I sat there and I thought, why is anybody mad? The only thing you kill are demons. Are people mad that you kill a female demon now?
The times when you get to be legitimately violent against women is one of the joys in life.
I don't even see what's so bad about this. Isn't this satire? But then again, when I think about it, I make a couple jokes on Twitter and YouTube, and people get mad at me all the time. What a gay time we live in. Oh, look at these sex toys. Whoops. There are a couple tweets that were saved by Funny Junk, and even, I believe, the Angry Gamer. Is that it? One Angry Gamer. I kind of like his stuff because he kind of tells it like it is. I was looking at these tweets, and it's fucking ridiculous. Doom Eternal having not one, but two anti-SJW jokes in it. What happened to leaning into Nazi punching? And the like. Doom and Wolfenstein 2 seem pretty self-aware of subtext, so I have trouble reading this trailer as anything but a dog whistle. I just don't even know how fucking anyone's... It's a fucking game. Jesus Christ. You know, if you can't laugh at yourself, how can you laugh at anything else? That's the problem now, dude. Nobody can take a fucking joke like they can't take a punch. You know, bullying in this day and age is someone getting on the internet and saying you suck dick, and people just lose their minds. When I was a kid, bullying involved the bully coming to your house, usually waiting for you to come around the corner, beating the shit out of you, taking your money, and if you had nice shoes, you lost those too. Then you went home, you know, and your feet were hurting from walking because you ain't have no shoes. And you was like, where's your goddamn shoes? You know them Jordans expensive. And then you caught another ass whooping. Those were the days. Now, like, good God, Jesus Christ. Fucking A. Please, God, don't let North Korea invade. I have a feeling an emaciated North Korean could still beat the shit out of a 20-year-old fucking millennial any day of the week. Gay baby jail, what a name. Demons can be an offensive term. They prefer to be called morally challenged. What is with game devs and bad jokes? Like, that's not funny. It's just irritatingly out of touch. Hashtag Doom Eternal. If this is the biggest problem in your fucking day, you must have a life I can't even imagine. Where you see the Doom Eternal trailers, oh my God, no, no, these jokes are searing my soul. Meanwhile, Verizon just sent me an email. They're like, friendly payment and a reminder, fuckface. You owe us money, and you'll get your money plus the $5 late fee. Demons can be an offensive term, says the UAC voice in Doom Eternal. I hate that. What the fuck is wrong with people? Good God. Mommy Bot wrote, Doom Eternal made a joke at the expense of easily offended people. Guess what happened next? So then I am guessing demons are the immigrants, yes, because that doesn't make any sense in the context of the game. Humans were using demonic energy to help solve an energy crisis, and the demons invaded once they found out that they were doing so. Sounds so similar to immigration now. Oh my God. Nobody gets a fucking joke. It's not even, it's not that it's funny. You know, the joke isn't really funny. It's just like, it's there, and it's kind of like, let's do a little play on the times. And instead of people just going, what the fuck ever, I got bills to pay. I got people to take care of. They rush to Twitter and just start screaming at the top of their lungs. By the way, Robin Williams' Twitter was banned because he said something offensive. I'd like to point out that Robin Williams has been dead for 4 years. Good work, Twitter and Thought Police. You stopped a dead man from spreading hate. Beard Gravy. Doom Eternal looking fucking phenomenal, but I'm not sure how I feel about all the lazy jokes about political correctness. And we make the joke again. Just seems kind of lame, like something edgy my old racist uncle would forward to me. If that's the most racist thing your uncle has said to you, he's not that racist. Oh, my uncle's racist. He makes bad Asian people jokes. He is so out of touch. And then you hear in the background, Tiki time, man. Fuck you, Uncle Fred. You're out of touch. Doom Eternal writing would be designed to look like... You know what people should be offended by? The fact the game is just slightly an improvement over the last Doom. Doom Eternal looks like DLC for the first Doom. That's what people should be upset about. No, we just focus on two not even that funny jokes, nor that offensive, for God's sakes. Once again, I will reiterate, I'm a Native American. In my eyes, most of the fuckers running around here are goddamn immigrants. They're thieves. The white people are thieves. You don't see me on Twitter writing about the Black Hill Mountains and shit like that. Good God. This is what happens when you don't get into any fistfights. I'm telling you. This is what happens to people. When there's no pain, no strife, no struggle, people have nothing better to do but then to find something to be offended about. If you had bigger issues in your life, like, oh God, I gotta figure out how to get rid of that guy who keeps robbing me every week. I'm gonna have to take some karate classes and learn how to do some katas. Maybe you'd have bigger shit in the day. Jesus Christ. Fucking, it's just so many weak people. Let me move on. And the next bit of retarded shit going on in gaming, this weird sort of SJW crap, like, I hate that everything's so political in gaming. It used to be gaming was just fun. There was no fucking blue, no red, no nothing. You know, and instead it's this crap. This is people getting, why don't they do something like crocheting? Go outside and hug a tree or something. I don't know. Instead of this shit. So yesterday, around 23 hours ago, CD Projekt Red replied to some dude named Ryan. I want more guys. CD Projekt Red writes, did you assume their gender? ? And then shit hit the fucking fan. Yeah, it's not really a funny joke because I've heard it too many times. You see, the problem is when a punchline is used too much, it loses all its power. But let's face it, this is the day and age where people will watch like George Carlin.
Political correctness. Political correctness is America's newest form of intolerance. And it's especially pernicious because it comes disguised as tolerance. It presents itself as fairness, yet attempts to restrict and control people's language with strict codes and rigid rules. I'm not sure that's the way to fight discrimination. I'm not sure silencing people or forcing them to alter their speech is the best method for solving problems that go much deeper than speech.
Sam Kinison.
He wrote this song, goes like this. You fucking whore! You used me! You never loved me! I hope you slide under a gas truck and taste your own fucking blood! Die! Die! Die!
Dice Clay.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good because... You fucking guys are unbelievable.
Richard Pryor or old Eddie Murphy and go, this is offensive. Instead of just sitting back and going, it's funny. So, after CD Projekt Red put this out and everybody got mad, people got fucking pissed. I really, look at this. It is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Nothing! Nothing! You little cream puffs. I walked in the hot Mexican sun. It wasn't really a Mexican sun, as in New York. But it's still like 80, 90 degrees, carrying a toolbox and a battery. So I could walk back to where my car broke down, repair it so that I could drive the shit home. What does that have to do with anything? That's something to be slightly upset about. And even then, I didn't tweet about it repeatedly. I just wrote, went out to go get the animals some fucking medicine and this is what happened. That's it. I didn't write shit about me walking in the damn sun. Point being, I have bigger issues in my day. These motherfuckers don't. So CD Projekt Red issues the sorry to all those we were offended by the response sent out from our account earlier. Harming anyone was never our intention. Oh my god, a bad joke is harm. It was like you left hook some kid who was genderly confused.
What the fuck is this? I don't know.
So, even looking at this, surprisingly, people get mad, like Bunny Cat. Bunny Cat turns this shit into a whole sort of Harvey Milk number.
Let's have a chat about transphobia, shall we?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Yes, how dare people get upset over a joke to use to demean a marginalized group that is routinely murdered by those who misgendered them. Trans panic is still an actual legal defense in 49 states. It was used successfully this year, so yes, upset over that. Alex Sams writes, go outside. And of course, he's blocked. But I don't even get that whole, like, there's this whole spiel about misgendering, murdered by misgendering. Are we talking about someplace where it's actually horrible? Like, I don't know, India or some parts of the Philippines where being trans can lead to you being beaten and murdered. But it's not something I hear in the news every day in America. And I know, people probably get pissed at me for saying that. Keep in mind, my godmother is transsexual, and my godmother's like 60 years old. So she was living trans long before everything got progressive. And you know what the fuck Ghost did? Ghost learned how to fight. Some dude picked some shit with Ghost. Ghost pulled out 2 kendo sticks. Not kendo sticks. You know those little poles? You know? And in the Bruce Lee movie, Enter the Dragon. And then Ghost just took the dude. I'm like doing hand motions like I know karate. What's sad is I'm seeing people get upset with CD Projekt Red over this. They're still commenting crap. Someone writes to CD Projekt Red, thanks for the apology. Try to be a bit more careful in the future. You can risk alienating a decent number of potential players. Then somebody writes back, yeah, those Battlefield 5 pre-orders are looking really incredible because of the inclusion.
Wow, what do you say after that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked, absolutely taken down.
Yeah, I feel sorry for people today, man. I feel sorry for anybody that didn't grow up at least when I did it beforehand. Because comedy on any level has to be safe now. When comedy's supposed to be edgy. It was supposed to hold a mirror up to society. It was supposed to be interesting. It was supposed to be an escape. The danger zone. Now look at it. I look at comedians that Netflix keeps putting up and they are the most boring, uninteresting, unfunny motherfuckers on the planet. I grew up seeing Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, Rodney Dangerfield, Richard Pryor. Now what do you people have? You motherfuckers have comedians like Tig. Tig is about as funny as a dying kitten. No, I feel sorry for the kitten. I just wish Tig would get the fuck off a stage. Jesus Christ. There are even people upset with CD Projekt Red because they felt the apology wasn't good enough. What the fuck am I seeing here? This is just like, god damn it. You know what? Then don't buy the fucking game. How about that? How about that? Jesus Christ. It's not like CD Projekt Red went out of its way to offend anybody. They made a joke. It's not like CD Projekt Red pulled an EA where they shit down your throat. God, I wish Ghost was here. I'd love to see what her take on this would be. You know, I have a transsexual godmother, and she was probably one of the wisest people I ever met. And she would always tell me about how she didn't like the way things were going. She would sit there and go, I don't like the fact they're turning superheroes I grew up with gay. Why do that? Why not just make a new superhero? Why change years of canon? And I go, that's what makes you great, Ghost, because you were just straight up real with it. Oh my God. Ridiculous, man. It wasn't even that bad. I don't even see the issue here. How is it transphobic? You see it as transphobic. I can't even think of something. I can't even think of anything that would fit this because it's just too damn dumb for me. Ain't shit. My friends make Native American jokes all the time. It's only been like a month since Zill made a Native American joke about killing me with smallpox. You don't see me on Twitter crying about it. I can't even look at this shit anymore. It's too damn dumb. I want you to keep in mind that the people complaining are the same ones that went after RuPaul not too long ago, because RuPaul made comments they felt were somehow offensive. This was literally back in March. RuPaul said something to the effect of, you can identify as a woman and say you're transitioning, but it changes once you start changing your body. It takes on a different thing. It changes the whole concept of what we're doing. So I guess someone was wondering if someone who was trans could enter RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's what RuPaul came back with. And of course, RuPaul gets a backlash. RuPaul doubled down with the ill-advised tweet. What? Ill-advised? Can you take performance-enhancing drugs and still be an athlete? Just not in the Olympics. Which I don't even see what's so bad, considering when you think about RuPaul, Ru motherfucking Paul, who literally laid over broken glass so kids today can walk into the lexicon of mainstream and social acceptance. Turn on this bitch the second they heard something they felt was offensive or didn't like. That would be like Jesus, doing something and someone who followed Christianity being upset with him for it. It makes no fucking sense. Wait a minute, Jesus. You forgave a woman who cheated on her husband. I'm gonna have to tweet about this.
About bullying. Apparently it's an epidemic. All I know is talk show hosts are outraged. I saw this one recently, where they had this little boy on who was being bullied ruthlessly at school. They kept referring to him as transgendered. The parents were thrilled. After all, a transsexual is so much more chic than a plain old sissy. The host asked the boy who he was inside. The little cherub shook his curly blonde locks, pursed his little lips together and said, "Whoever I want to be." I almost threw up in my ass. You see, when I was his age, I wanted to be a mermaid. If there had been an operation for that, then I would have had it. And then the world would never known about these legs. Later, the little monster sang "Born This Way" at the top of his lungs, while the host held back tears. It was all I could do not to leap to the television screen and slap him silly. Well, not the boy, the host. No child should ever be put on television, unless it's to set him down to light a smoke. When I was his age, I was already recreating Martha Graham dance routines in the woods behind my house. But it wasn't on TV. It was just between me and the traumatized woodland creatures. That little boy wasn't a girl. He just had too much self-esteem. It's so easy to confuse the two nowadays. When I was growing up, self-esteem was something you achieved in spite of your childhood. Not because of it.